Hello everyone. Welcome to my English talk show. Today's topic is job interviews in English, which will be in 3 parts. Today our roving reporter and student Natalie is attending one of English for My Future's English job interview classes. Are you there yet, Natalie?
Yes, Claudia, are we on? Good morning.
Hi, Claudia.
Great. Well, Natalie, one of the many things that the specialized classes we have here at English for My Future is job interviews in English. And how many job interviews have you been to?
Like 2.
2, okay. Yeah. Well, that doesn't surprise me because you probably convinced on the first try, but job interviews in Spanish can make you nervous, but a lot of jobs today require English as part of the job. So aside from selling yourself and your experience and your achievements, you need to sometimes talk about all these things, your experience, your accomplishments, your work history. Sometimes even they like to talk about your hobbies.
Yeah.
And things like that. So we'll do some vocabulary about that today, and we'll try a pretend interview and explain our interview program later. Let's go through some of the vocabulary that we'll see.
So the first one is between jobs, which basically means when you're out of work or unemployed. Then we have draw blank. It means to be unable to remember something. So you just say, I'm drawing a blank here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing about between jobs is usually to indicate that you recently left a job and you're actively searching for another one. Now, getting into some of the reasons you might be just not working for whatever reason. Sometimes companies merge, or as in Spanish you would say fusión. There you would say another company bought out our company or merged with our company or even acquired our company, and there were redundancies. Okay. Or every HR student that I've had has told me if there's a gap in your employment or you were terminated, just tell the truth. Just explain what happened. Then you would use the phrasal verb, I was let go, and that would be in passive voice. Always use passive voice. I was let go, or I and other people were let go. Polite way to say fired, terminated. Now remember, here's another very important thing. There's a difference between being fired and being laid off. Those are 2 other phrasal verbs. Fired is for, usually over performance. Laid off means, something would happen as a result of a buyout or acquisition. You were made redundant, or the company was suffering sales or income, so they couldn't justify a certain number of people. Not about something you did. Maybe you got liquidated. You say you were laid off, not fired in that case. What about wear many hats?
Yes. So the next one is wear many hats. It's to perform many different job responsibilities, to play many different roles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a policeman's hat, a fireman's hat.
Yes.
Fireman's hat is most popular nowadays.
Yes.
Or helmet. What if we say we're a people person?
The next one, people person, is like somebody who likes working with people, someone who is friendly person.
Friendly, extroverted.
Yeah.
You enjoy working with the public. As nice as they are sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. Hands off. There are 2 kinds of managers. sorry, everybody. Uh, that can be extreme. Hands off. Hands off manager usually is someone who empowers people to make their own decisions, and you can go to them when you need something. Or the complete opposite, a micromanager. Oh, those are fun to work with. Those are the ones that want to watch everything that you do, help you make decisions or make decisions for you. Um, in some industries, that may be quite necessary. That's okay. All right. How about think outside the box? That's, yeah. Think outside the box is be creative. Don't be, ignore the limits for a moment, like maybe in a brainstorming session. Okay. How about, here's one.
Yes, so the next one is micromanage, to manage too closely or to be too involved in the details. And then we have to put in place. It's like to establish something, to start, or to implement.
Okay, implement would actually be better, or informally. Good to show that you know phrasal verbs because that shows a higher level of English. Okay, so there's some vocabulary. What do you say we do a mock interview?
Yeah, that's
Who's going to be the candidate?
I think me.
Okay, all right. For part 2, let's do a mock interview. Come in.
Hi, Philip. How are you?
Good morning. You must be Nataly.
Yes. How are you?
Happy to meet you.
Me too. So I brought my resume.
Very good. Would you like
Yes.
a coffee, water, something?
Oh, I'm all good. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
All right. I do apologize. You have your resume there?
Yes.
Excellent.
So you can take a look.
Folder, very nice. Okay, nice spot. Very easy to read. Yeah, I was looking at it the other day. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're here for the sales position.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your most recent job. What you're doing now?
Well, right now I'm between jobs, basically.
Between jobs, okay.
Yeah. In my last position, I was a marketing associate at Conver International. I was there for 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I've heard the name of that company, but I'm drawing a blank right now. What do they do?
So basically, they produce international trade fairs. They were
Interesting.
bought out last month by a much larger company, and all of us were let go.
Well, not much you
Yeah.
can do about that.
I know, yes.
I see in your resume that you worked in sales and marketing. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
It was a small company, so I wore many hats, but it was very exciting.
Oh, so you did a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Wore many hats.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. So what did you do? You were in the marketing department and you did sales. Is that enough as
Yeah.
2 hats?
Yes.
Okay. Were you involved in things like arranging events or
Yeah,
the
sometimes.
little details that come up? Okay. And in different cities. So
Yes.
I imagine that involved travel and things.
Yes, a lot.
Great. Well, we have a lot of international things here. That's why we needed someone with good English.
Okay.
So, what are you looking for? What interests you about this job?
Well, I'm a real people person.
Okay.
So I would like to take a position where I have lots of interaction with different people. I really enjoy that. And I think I'm good at it.
Okay, are you good at networking and things?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we do have events sometimes in our organization, but we really would like to expand it around the country. That's what, and hopefully we're looking at going in deeper into LATAM. Here right now we're in Monterey,
Yeah.
and we really want to go into Central America.
Okay.
the Caribbean.
Okay.
So I just, to me, this job had your name on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you and I and Barbara will be working a lot together.
Okay.
Describe your ideal boss.
So,
And don't be nice.
okay. So I work well with all different types of people, honestly, but I guess my ideal boss would be hands off. I prefer to work independently and not be like micromanaged. Yeah.
I can respect that. Of course, there'll be some training in the beginning about
Sure.
orienting how we do things.
Sure.
But no, I try not to micromanage. If I do, it's only because a deadline's looming or something.
Right.
But no, and
Thank you.
okay,
Okay.
always okay. Give me an example of time you had to think outside the box.
Okay, so when I was at Convert, we didn't have any money to buy advertising. So I put in place a program offering magazines. I stand at the trade show in exchange for an advertisement in the magazine.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so you told me what sparked your interest in this position.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trade show, we do some trade shows
Okay.
because we do like to get people, clients from certain industries. So here in Monterey, there's a few that we do every year. There's one coming up in Las Vegas. We're thinking about joining, and then there's another very interesting one that we go to in Panama.
Okay.
But we need to get people from our own customers and um, uh, make connections, and start promoting months in advance. Interested you? Are you comfortable standing at the booth? Are you a person that waits for people to come up, or do you say
Yeah.
hello and pass out pens and keychains
Yeah,
and
I would
things?
like that. Yeah.
You could handle that.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. That's just great. Another thing, yeah. Any questions that you have?
No. Well, I noticed from your job description that it requires a lot of interaction with the marketing department. So I'm very interested in marketing because it's something that I used to do at my
Good.
recent job. So I thought this would be a good stepping stone to a marketing position.
In fact, I would say probably our company is set up as sales and marketing. I know that's not ideal, but for our size right now, that's what we do. So, yeah, that you would have a lot. You'd probably work with them a little more than you work with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So, but it's something relatively new for us. So again, you've started from the ground up.
Yeah.
From your last job. That's very impressive. So yes, this would help you get your foot in the door, quite literally down the hall into the, well, in fact, you and the other person would be the marketing department. So if that interests you more, that there's actually a separate position, which is, but looking at your experience for the job that you're applying for, actually, I think you're a little more qualified for the other one.
Okay.
So I'm happy about that. So tell me, when you're not working and you do have the time, what are some of your personal outside interests or hobbies that you have?
Okay, so, well, I like to read, so I basically just read in my free time and spend time with my family or and friends, and also take language classes. I'm learning a new language, so it's kind of a hobby.
Great. English or another language, or
English and French.
in French. Okay, great. Yes. That will serve you very well in this job. Very good.
Okay, good.
Because many parts of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
we're going to. I think we're going to Jamaica and Belize
Okay.
toward the end of the year. So those are English-speaking countries right here in the region. And needless to say, Las Vegas is the North American convention. So it sounds like you're pretty social. You read. What, any particular authors in particular that you like?
Well, there are a lot,
Mm.
but one that comes to mind right now, I would say it's an author that's named Ruby Carr.
Ah, yes, I started one of her books.
Yeah,
I haven't finished yet, but
yeah, she's good. It's one of my
okay, so
favorites.
I consider that nonfiction, but
Yeah,
she has got a broad thing there. Okay, you like so you like social things
Yeah.
pretty much is what you like.
Yes.
Okay, well that's great. Um, I'll tell you what, I have two other people to interview today,
okay.
and so you're available right now then, or how
Yeah.
quickly would you be available?
As soon as you tell me.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you what, everything looks very nice, and I think if you're available to travel is
Yeah.
at the moment in the next year there might be 6 trips.
Okay.
We're still in the developing stages.
Okay. Got it.
All right.